Hi YouTube, this is Ron with Twitch, and today we're going to do the first video in the Building Your Collection series, and we're going to be talking about a website that you can use to help you trade your unwanted cards into more useful ones for you and your goals for building your collection. And we're going to talk to you about the tips, tricks, and various features that are available on this website. I've had a lot of success with it in the past, and so the website is deckbox.org. So let's get into it and show you what this is about. So here we are. This is deckbox.org, and this is the main landing page that you will get, the home page for the website. On the left is the features. So we have the ongoing trades that we are doing, trading opportunities to find people to trade with, a marketplace in case you want to purchase some cards, various communities that you can join and belong to. You can upload your entire inventory of your Magic collection, and you can do a couple of things with that. We'll show you a little bit that in a bit. Your trade list, the cards that you have up for trade, and your wish list is the cards that you want, that you're actively looking for from other people that you're willing to trade your cards for. Further down on the left side of the screen here, you can make your own decks or lists and build them and see how much they would cost to build. And it's just a place to kind of put your deck ideas so you don't lose them in case you have to dismantle one to make other decks. But this is a neat feature just to further enhance your collection ability and what decks you've made or thought of making or had ideas to make or want to make. They regularly update these websites with the current sets that come out. And you can click on them and see the database of those cards. So here is the new Guilds of Ravnica. You can see what the prices are going for. If you have the premium membership, you can sort and click on these and get the the most expensive cards at the top, because that's what a lot of people care about. But you can also go to the top and search for any other set. So if you want even old sets, you can do Stronghold. Any other set that will come up and show you all the cards and the price ranges of all the cards in the sets. It will also show you where you can buy those cards. I think it links to sites like TCG Player and things like that, just in case you want to add them to a card or something like that. So let's go back to the main site, the main page, and let's just go through each of these features on the left. Let's start with the inventory. This is the inventory that you can use to keep track of all of your cards. It's pretty good. It's useful if you put in all of your inventory, because you can choose which ones later you want to trade, and if that might change. If you want to add other cards to trade, you can update that here. The green is the cards in your collection. The blue is the number of those cards that you're willing to trade. You can hit the average and it will sort by price. You can sort by alphabetical if you like, and that kind of thing. It also shows you the set that it's from and the condition of the card that you have it in, and the language that the card is in. But one thing to note about the condition: if you update the condition, all of these prices are for the near mint price. If you update the condition to lightly played, moderately played, heavy played, whatever it is, this particular price will not change and update to the actual price of the condition for your card. You can add photos and scans of your card. It's a lot more useful to do that in trading situations, so you can show the other person exactly the condition of the card that they're getting to not cause any disputes later on. There's a neat feature here where you can lock your inventory so it's not publicly viewable, just in case you want a little privacy. And at the top here, you can, mark the privacy, auto mark unused cards. So if you have cards that are not listed as being in any of your decks, you can auto mark them as being available for trade, or you can just mark everything for trade. You can look at your total set value. So the cards that I have uploaded at least to Deckbox, it's not my entire collection, but it will show you what your collection is basically worth. Neat feature. I haven't seen that feature on many other sites, but there it is. You can search and filter through your collection, so if you want to see if you have something, but you have a huge list. Do I have Llanowar Elves? Yes, I do, from a bunch of different editions here. So that's a handy tool just to see if you have something in your collection. For me, I have, boxes and boxes full of cards and binders full of cards, and to go looking through all of them to see if I have something can be a little tedious if you don't have them categorized in some meaningful way. But this just lets you quickly see if you have one in your collection, if you have your whole collection listed. So let's get into exactly what we want to use this site for, and that is trading. So we can add a bunch of cards to our wish list. I have 11 listed here, just for an example, but these are 11 cards that I've added to my wish list. And I have a bunch of cards added to my trade list as well. And so once you have both of these things populated, you have the cards that you're willing to trade, and you have the cards that you're willing to part with to make those trades happen, you can click on the trading opportunities up here, and the site will automatically show you who has cards that you want and who wants the cards that you have. So it kind of shows you in order of the top search results of who you can give the most and who can receive the most cards from you. People with the green check mark are the premium users that have purchased a premium membership. And this trade score is the 100% is the feedback that's left after the trade's completed. You generally want to stick with people that have a high trade score. And the number beside that is the number of trades that they have completed. Here we can see that the top person that I have to trade with is Peter. His location, he's in the States, and he wants $105 worth of cards from my trade list, and he has $257 worth of cards that I want. So we can click on him, and it pulls up his profile, and these are the trading opportunities. So this is the approximate price for all the cards that I need from Peter, so it lists the cards that he has that were on my wish list. And these are the cards that were in my trade list that he wants. So once you're at this stage, you can open up a trade, do a new trade with Peter, and propose a trade for the cards that you want. So we'll come back to this because I want to show you what is available on this site. This is something quite unique that I think a lot of people will like in terms of trading. But let's go back to the main web page, and we'll go into some trades that I have completed. And I've done a bunch over the last couple years. We'll just go into the top one. This is one where, so this is what I traded him on the left. You would populate this with the cards that you want. You would populate this with the cards that you want from the person that you're trading with. And then you'd hit the propose button, and then they would get a message on their side, and they can review the trade and accept if they want. One thing to note, these prices are the current prices, so this is not what the trade looked like back in 2017. But these prices updating kind of lets you see if you made a good trade or not in the future, because the prices of cards go up and down. Try not to put too much weight onto what the trade looks like years later. You're going to have good ones, you're going to have bad ones, just the nature of card price fluctuation and trading, so try not to do that. But this is a useful tool because it allows the person you're trading with and yourself to see if the trade is balanced at the time that you're doing it. So moving down the page, when you have both accepted the trade, you will be able to mark your cards as sent, so that's when you drop them off in the mail. And when they receive them, they'll be able to come on the site and mark them received, and then you can leave feedback for each other. One thing to note when you're getting started on this website is you will have no trades completed, so you will have a 0 rating, and so the person that you're trading with may ask you to send your cards first. This is normal, it's just something that you need to do to build up your rating. If you're trading with someone with 100 or 1,000 or more trades completed with 100% feedback, you can likely trust them that they are going to send their cards when they received yours. If not, the site guides you through some dispute resolution process for that, but I've actually never had an issue with that. I've never run into that, mostly because I trade with people that have that good rating. But once you build your rating up, and people can see that you've been active on the site and that you have successfully traded with other people, then there really is no delay. You'll both send the cards at the same time, and you'll just mark them received whenever they show up in the mail. So going back to Peter Twig, who I've done a lot of trading with, you'll have people like this that will look for trades that are significantly in their favor. However, they will take any near mint card worth over a certain amount. I've used this. There are cards that you have that may be worth something that you just don't want, and you want to trade them into something useful, like a Tarmogoyf, like a Snapcaster Mage, like a Dual Land, something like that. And you know, you can get rid of your, I don't want to say junk rares because they do have value, but you can get rid of piles and piles of rares that you just don't want and trade them into things that you do want. Now you do got to give a little bit of value on his side of the trade, but it lets you get those cards you want for getting rid of just random cards that you'll probably never use. So let's close that and go back to some of these other sections. We've gone through a lot of this, the trading opportunities and what the trading looks like. You can go into, you know, decks that you're trying to build. This is one that I already have built. It'll show you the value of the cards that you own that are in the deck. And it'll list your deck, it'll list the prices of each card and what the copies are. It'll give you the mana curve, card color breakdown, all kind of useful information when you're building a deck. And it'll let you have a sideboard or cards that you want to purchase or don't have yet. There'll be a scratch pad, which is a premium feature. Similarly, when you go into your inventory, the premium feature, this limits you to like 25 cards on a page. The premium feature just lets you expand this and do as many as you want on the page. But that's pretty much it. That is Deckbox. It is a very useful tool for trading cards. The only cost to you in using this service is the cost of postage to mail the cards. But the person on the other side is going to have that cost as well. But other than that, you can trade cards that you're not using into useful cards that you want. And when you don't want people just opening up trades with you, you can set yourself on vacation. And that just gives you kind of a break from being on the site. And you can, whenever you want to come back and you want to be actively trading again, you can just hit that button and you're back. I hope you guys found this video useful. It's a really, really nice site in order to trade cards. I've had success with it. I've had high dollar trades on the site. And you know, when you don't have the money to go buy cards at your local game store or online, this is a useful tool to be able to get cards that you need for cards that you're not using. And it's a great site. It's very active. There's a lot of people on it. And as I said, there's other people out there that will trade you any cards for just piles and piles of cards that you want to get rid of, as long as the trade is a little bit of value on their side. Give the video a thumbs up, a like if you liked this kind of content. There are quite a number of other sites and stuff that we're going to show you in the Building Your Collection series. But give me some feedback, let me know, leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.